Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you all are having an amazing day so far. Today's video is going to be a tutorial on this hair here. This is a look, I'm pretty sure the identical look that I was wearing in my makeup collection video, which I will have a link down below if you guys haven't already seen it. Basically, a ton of you guys, I feel like nobody was really even concerned about the makeup collection. Everyone was just worried about seeing a hair tutorial, so I decided I should probably get that up immediately for you guys. So yeah, it's super easy. I really only use 2 hair tools, a couple of hair products. Really easy, like I already said. I personally love this look. I feel like it would be perfect for school or date night. It just screams like boho chic summery, in my opinion at least. It really only takes you 10 minutes, but I feel like it looks like you put a lot more time and effort into it, but it's the exact opposite. It's effortless and it's just pretty. So pretty, that was really weird. Anyways, let's go ahead and get on into the tutorial and I hope you guys enjoy. Okay, so I've already gone through and brushed all the crazy nappiness out of this mane of mine, and I've also added heat protectant. Now, usually when I do this look, I'll go in and I'll dry my hair with a diffuser with a little bit of curling product just because I have tons of natural wave on the bottom. So I feel like it saves half the time if I just go through and do that. But for the sake of the video, I wanted to show you what it would look like if you just have like normal straight hair, like what mine looks like now. But yes, this is blow dried. It is clean hair. But either way, I'm still going in and adding dry shampoo because we all know that I like the volume. So if you're someone with really fine and limp hair, don't think that dry shampoo can only be used on like dirty, greasy hair. I pretty much always use it on first day hair just to add some kind of like grit and texture in there. Now, obviously I don't really have any oil in my hair right now, so it doesn't have anything to saturate. So I'm going in and just kind of mushing it into my scalp right away. All right, so the tools that we're gonna be using today, first off is the Hot Tools Deep Waver, any kind of deep waver. I know so many different brands make these now. I think even Revlon, I've seen one by Bedhead, Numi, all of those. This one is a little bit different, not like anything special, but I know there are a couple different deep wavers out there. There's ones, I think the Bedhead one is more just like a really slight wave. This one does have a deep wave in it, as you can see. It's almost like a giant crimper, if you guys remember those. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in and just part my hair, not into any special sections or anything. I'm probably just gonna part it right above my ears and wrap this top half of my hair up. Now that I have that parted, I'm just going ahead and having it again into the sides and bringing all my hair forward and just making sure all of the tangles are out. Now for sections, I'm just going in and grabbing random ones. I'm just gonna grab some larger sections like this, so about 1.5 inches to 2 inches, but then I will go in and grab some smaller pieces too, just so that there's dimension in there and not all the curls are the same like thickness and width. I really want it to be kind of like mermaidy and bouncy. So starting from the back, I'm just gonna grab a section here. Now starting off, everything on the bottom, I'm pretty much gonna hold down this way. Once we get up to the top, you'll see it, I'm gonna flip it over. But for right now, I'm just holding it kind of how it's made to be held. Now I'm gonna take my deep waver all the way to the root of my hair and just hold it down. This gets really hot. There is a temperature control on the Hot Tools one. I don't know about other brands, but this one does have a controller on it. Now you can see exactly where this crease is. So I'm gonna start from this neck section here, and I'm gonna kind of push my hair towards the scalp. That way I'm not pulling it like taut and straight because I don't want that kind of crimp to be straightened out right away. So just like if you were curling your hair, how you kind of hold it in your palm to allow it to cool, that's what we're doing by pushing it forward. So same thing, just working down. And one more. So there you are, that's what you are left with. Okay, so now same thing, moving on with the next one, grabbing a larger section this time, and I'm gonna take the deep waver all the way to the root, hold and press, and then move downwards. Now, like I mentioned earlier, if you're someone like me who has kind of natural texture and wave in your hair, if you hit your hair with a diffuser and just use some kind of curling cream or just texturizing spray, you'll get a lot of that wave, natural wave on the bottom. That way you won't even have to worry about this bottom part. That's what I usually do on like really lazy days that I still want a cute hairstyle. Okay, so there we go again. So just showing you guys one more time, it's super easy and pretty much everything on the bottom is really repetitive. So for instance, this time I'll grab a smaller section but still holding it the same way, all the way up at the root. Now just like when you're curling your hair, if you're someone who likes to leave a chunk of the end out, which I normally do when I curl my hair, you can do the same thing with the deep waver, but sometimes I feel like the ends end up looking too uniform, so I kind of like to go down as far as I can. I pretty much get every bit of hair in there. Just like that. Just on the ends, I won't hold it as longer since the ends are pretty much the most fragile section of your hair. That's normally where a lot of your split ends and damage are. Now we're doing the same exact thing on the opposite side. Now I have really thick and coarse hair, and this entire process, even styling afterwards with the additional products, really only takes me about 10 minutes. So if you're someone who has thinner hair or just hair that's not quite as thick, this should be super quick for you. And I feel like it looks like you put a lot of effort into it, but you really don't. And just like with regular curls, I feel like this look gets prettier as the days go on. I can normally wear my hair like this for about, I'd say 3 days. Just like any other style, I'll go in there and add a little bit of dry shampoo, and I may have to touch up a couple of the pieces at the top or on the back where they got like mushed by my pillow. But other than that, it really stays and it just loosens up a bit more and just continues to get like more volume. It just kind of grows outwards. Now that I've worked my way up towards the top, this is when I'm gonna flip the deep waver over. Now, I know when you look at it, it kind of looks like, okay, what is that gonna do? It doesn't make much sense, but I promise you it does. If you hold the deep waver like this, like the normal way up at the root, you're gonna have a flat part first before you get the crease. But when you flip it over, you instantly have the bump right there at your root. That way you're having like volume all over rather than a weird flat section at the top, if that makes sense. Okay, so now I'm just gonna start grabbing sections, and just like how I do when I curl my hair, I have an entire video on how I curl my hair, so if you guys haven't seen that one yet, I will have it linked down below. But just like I do when I curl my hair, I like to make sure I grab large wide sections going back, just because I don't want my hair to part all the way towards the back of the crown and there just be a weird like open section, if you guys know what I mean. So this is when I just like to start grabbing large sections and just make them go straight back, making sure that they cover my part. That way there's not gonna be a weird break. So here I go, just grabbing thicker sections. As you can see, I don't like the top part to be really small sections because I feel like they grow and get bigger and bigger, especially towards the end once I kind of brush them out. So I like to keep the sections larger. So I'm just gonna grab it like this, and just like I said, I'm gonna flip the deep waver over and hold it, whoops, this way. But same thing, bringing it all the way down to the root, clamping, waiting a couple seconds. On the top, I will wait a little bit longer just because I do want that nice bump there, and then just bringing it down. And I'll just hold this forward because I feel like it's easier this way rather than like making my arm go back. So I just keep holding it, and same concept, pushing it back just to allow those waves to cool. And one more time. All right, so after deep waving all of my hair, this is what we're left with. Now, you could leave it like this, which I do like, but I'm gonna show you exactly how I wore it in that makeup collection video, just because that's what a lot of you guys had requested. So there are times where I just wear it like this, but in that video, I decided to go ahead and add a little bit more of a curl right here in the front rather than just leaving it, I guess, like a wave. So all I'm doing is just grabbing these front sections of my bangs and then just wrapping them around my curling wand. Preferably a larger size one, that way you have more of a wave rather than a curl. And I really do feel like it makes a difference. So some of you guys may be thinking, oh, well, you could have just not crimped that, left it out and curled it. I have done that, but then I feel like this ends up looking softer and it doesn't really match the rest of my hair. So I do like kind of running the deep waver through it first before I go in and curl it. So same thing to this side. I should have left one side straight just so you guys could have seen the difference, but that's okay. So grabbing it and just holding it for a couple seconds and then releasing. We're not really wanting to create like a defined curl, more of just a slight wave. So then I'm just gonna run my fingers through that. So at this point, you could just leave your hair as is and not add any more product. However, this hairstyle is one that definitely grows throughout the day, even if with just the slightest bit of humidity. I live in Florida where it's basically super humid, so I like to keep something in here just to tame it. Don't get me wrong, I don't mind that it grows a little bit and gets more volume, but I don't want it to be frizzy. I want it to keep more of this wave texture. So I like to go in either with like a wax, a pomade, a mousse, really anything like that. So today I'm going to be using, if I can find it, here it is. This is the Bamboo Volume 2-in-1 Volumizer. You could use this on damp hair or dry hair for lift and texture. So I'm just gonna get a bit of this onto my hands. It just comes out like a cream. And I'm just gonna emulsify it in between my palms. And I'm just gonna kind of scrunch my hair like this. This stuff smells really good too. I'm gonna get a bit more just because I have a ton of hair and really put some of this on the ends. I like this product just because I feel like it will hold and it gives me that texture without feeling gritty or crispy. I really don't like that. I like that it kind of tames the frizziness, but it keeps it looking smooth and bouncy. All right, so here we are. I really don't even know what I'm gonna call this look. I guess just how to get like beachy waves. I don't know. I feel like beachy waves is so like generic. I feel like it's pretty like mermaidy slash boho looking. I wish I could ask you guys before I post these things. Well, I guess I could like on Instagram. Okay, now that I have that, I am gonna go in and add just a bit of hairspray. This is a super dry hairspray, meaning it doesn't go on giving you like that crisp and crunch I was talking. It almost feels like kind of like a dry oil. This is the Caviar Working Hairspray Ultra Dry Control. This is free of parabens and all that gunk. So I'm just gonna go through and add a bit of this, especially right here under the bang areas. Alright, so I think that wraps this one up. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up if you would like to see more hair tutorials, and if you guys do decide to recreate this look, be sure to send me a picture over on Instagram or Twitter. You could tag me. I will have all those links down below as usual. And if you aren't already, be sure to subscribe to my channel just to keep up with all my latest and newest videos, which I guess those are the same things. Anyways, yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!